Hello learners, as promised, I'm back with the next session of differentiation. I'm your mathematics guru Shivani ma'am, and I'm back with the next 3 kinds of differentiation which we are going to do. In the previous one, we have seen the basics of differentiation, and along with that, we have also seen how to find the differentiation of composite function, logarithmic function, as well as inverse function. Now we are moving to the 4th kind of thing, which is known as implicit function. Now when we talk about implicit, अभी तक हमने जितने questions किए, it was like y is equal to fx or y is equal to some form of variable or any other term which can be ultimately expressed as x. Then those sort of terminologies or those sort of equations are known as explicit functions. When we talk about implicit functions, y cannot be expressed as x directly or x cannot be expressed as y directly. So in that case, we get one full equation. So it's like, say, y cube minus 3xy plus x square y minus 2. This is equal to 0. So when you get a question like this can be termed as implicit function because we can't separate y and x at this stage. One very common mistake done by the students is that they start writing this as y is equal to this. No, please don't do that because the equation itself is complete. You don't have to add something to it to make it an equation. There's an equal to, there are things over here, there's something over here. It's a complete question. Now, how do we differentiate? So, we differentiate normally with respect to x, taking in consideration the UV rule or U by V rule. So, let's say if the question comes as, let's take the question from your exercise over here, dealing with this. Say the first question is root x plus root y is root a. Okay. Now when we solve this, we can go with differentiating with respect to x. So when we differentiate with respect to x, root x will become 1 by 2 root x. Ye formula first video mein you can go through. I have given that. Then for root y, पहला फंक्शन तो हम ऐसे ही लेंगे, इसको 2 root y लिखेंगे, but since it is with respect to x, so we'll go with dy by dx here. Composite function का base है ये. For root a, now a is a constant, so root a is also a constant. There is no x or y there, so ये पूरा term 0 हो जाएगा. Okay, don't try to write it as 1 by 2 root a. Once we come across this, then dy by dx, when we have to calculate, along with dy by dx, we have got 1 by 2 root y. The rest thing will shift to the other side. So it will become minus 1 upon 2 root x. And then you can come across dy by dx is, this 2 root y will go over there as multiplication. So minus 2 root y upon 2 root x. 2 will get cancelled and your answer will be minus of root y over root x. So question was not like this, y is equal to something, but still we'll be able to come to the answer. All the dy by dx terms, there might be more than one also, will come to one side and rest of the terms will go to the other side. And then finally, we solve them mathematically to get the final answer. Now let's take one more question to understand this clearly. So here we come across a question like, say, y, question number 2 ka first question I am doing, y e to the power x plus x e to the power y is equal to 1. So in this case, again we'll start with differentiating with respect to x. Now, so when you do this, there are 2 terms, y and e to the power x, and both are multiplying. So we'll use the multiplication rule. So it will come as y d by dx of e to the power of x plus e to the power of x dy by dx. Similarly here, uv again x d by dx of e to the power of y, and since it is y, so dy by dx will also come, plus e to the power of y d by dx of x, and we know d by dx of 1 is 0 because it's a constant. So using this, हम इसको पूरा find out कर लेते हैं. d by dx of e to the power x is e to the power x. This is e to the power x dy by dx because that term will not go anywhere. Here it is x e to the power of y dy by dx and then e to the power of y. This whole is coming as 0. You can see this thing. And now we'll come across another concept, that is take both the dy by dx together. ये आपका normal mathematics है. That one variable we need to one side, the others to the other side to get the final answer. So since we need dy by dx, इसके सारे terms हम एक साथ ले रहे हैं. This is x e to the power y. Rest we are shifting to the other side. Minus e to the power y minus y e to the power of x. And to get this, ये पूरा term will come as division. So your final answer dy by dx will come as, this minus you can take common. So you're left with e to the power y plus y e to the power x whole divided by e to the power x plus x e to the power of y. So this will be your final answer. Okay, you can see that implicit manner. Together we are doing it and coming to the answer. Now one more variety of this particular thing is that when you do this thing, sometimes you can be asked a specific kind of question that prove that this is this. So there, just keep in account, see to it what need to be proven and try to get your answer in that format to come to the final answer. So this is basically your implicit function. And now we'll move to another one which is known as parametric function. Now in case of parametric function, again problem is with judging, that how to see that this is parametric, how to see that this is implicit. So in case of parametric function, you will be given two different variables and both of them are there in the form of the third variable. Like x can be written in form of t, y can be written in form of t, and then you have to find out dy by dx. So in this case, what do? We'll first find out dx by dt, whatever you get. Then we'll find out dy by dt. And dy by dx is actually their division. So that dt will get cancelled. So dy by dx becomes dy by dt upon dx by dt. And this will be your answer. So individually do dx by dt, dy by dt and come to the answer. It can be with theta also. It can be with any other variable u, v, x. X तो already question में है, so we won't have x. But any other variable other than that which can be utilized. So let's see one question here for this part. एक थोड़ा सा टफ क्वेश्चन ले रही हूं मैं यहाँ पे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 में x is u plus 1 by u whole square and then y is 2 to the power of u minus 1 by u. Okay, plus only is here, so we'll take plus. Now when you see this question, when we calculate dx by dt, so first step, or du as such here, because the variable is u. So we'll go with dx by du. First step is the square part because it's a composite function. So it will become 2u plus 1 by u and then d by du of u plus 1 by u. So when you see this, it is 2 u plus 1 by u, and d by du of this is, तो u का हो गया function 1 by u is minus 1 by u square. This is your answer. But this is dx by du. Now we'll calculate dy by du. Already we have the value of y is 2 to the power of this. Now if you remember the formula, 2 to the power of x का differentiation होता है 2 to the power of x log 2. So same thing we are going to use 2 to the power of u plus 1 by u log 2, but d by du of u plus 1 by u, because that's again as a function. So your final answer here will become 2 to the power of u plus 1 by u log 2 and then 1 minus 1 by u square. So this is your dy by du, this is your dx by du. To get dy by dx, we have already written that it has to be dy by du. Please don't forget to write the formula over there. Directly करने की कोशिश मत करना. Okay? Because we definitely tempt to skip that step क्योंकि ये formula सबको पता होता है. So once we come to this, आप dy by du को numerator में डालोगे. So this is 2 to the power of u plus 1 by u log 2 and 1 minus 1 by u square. And ये आपका denominator में है, which is 2 u plus 1 by u into 1 minus 1 by u square. This whole part will get cancelled and this will be your answer. Okay, 2 will also be there. Now, sometimes in the same question, they can tell you to prove it in some manner or write the answer in the terms of x and y. Then we can see that this 2u plus 1 by u is actually what? Y. So we can write this as y. Okay, and you can write the below one. So it is y log 2 and the below part will come as 2 of, because u plus 1 by 2 whole square है x, so root of x. So answer can also be written in this form, but usually you stop the answer here unless and until they are not asking you to prove it in the form of x and y or to prove it this particular value. Don't go ahead to that. Okay, so now I think you people must be clear with the thing ki what is the parametric function. एक और question कर लेते हैं to get into the things, that parametric part. So here in this question, why I have chosen this is the third one. They have not given what is y, what is x, what is u, what is v. They have just written differentiate 5 to the power of x with respect to log x. So since they have not given the variables, हम variable खुद choose करेंगे. So let's choose the first variable. Let u is equal to 5 to the power of this. Please don't use variable as y, like x only over there. There are other 25 alphabets. Please use something from there. So u is 5 to the power of x, and the second one what we are getting is v is log x. So now du by dx is 5 to the power of x log 5 and dv by dx is 1 by x. Now you can do it simultaneously also, but make sure either you put a line in the middle or you put a semicolon, that there are two separate things going on. So to get the final answer, that differentiate u with respect to v, what do we need? Du by dv, which is going to be du by dx upon dv by dx. Just divide 5 to the power x log 5 upon 1 by x, and this is your final answer. This x will go up, x 5 to the power x log 5. Clear? So this is how we deal with the next kind of differentiation, which is known as parametric differentiation. The last one in your portion is double derivative. So double derivative is written as, if y is given as fx, so we know that the first derivative is dy by dx denoted with f dash x. The second derivative, we pronounce it as d2y by dx square. Okay? उसको d square y नहीं बोलना है. It is d2y by dx square, and here we denote it as f double dash x. Okay? अगर आप third पे जाते हो तो it is d3y by dx cube f triple dash x. But here we are restricted to this part only. Now, understanding double derivative is important from the point of view of application of derivatives also, which is your next chapter. So there in maxima minima case, we are going to use the double derivative part. So let's first understand how do we do that. It's just derivating the answer one more time. So not very complicated. We'll go with the things. Say first part is y is equal to, say, x to the power of 7. This is your third question, 3.6 exercise. So first derivative dy by dx, and double derivative के लिए आपको first के step से ही आना पड़ता है. You can't skip the step. So do first derivative first, then go to the double derivative. So dy by dx is 7x to the power of 6. Everybody must be clear with this. Then, now when we are doing d2y by dx square, so this is again differentiating with respect to x. So we are left with 7. Now x to the power of 6 will get derivated as 6x to the power of 5. So the final answer will be 42x to the power of 5. I hope it's clear that only the answer, whatever you are getting in the first one as the first derivative, need to get derivated one more time. Just treat that as a question and do the derivation. Like we have one more question over here. Question number 2 we can go with. So y is equal to e to the power of 2x plus 1. So when we do the first derivative, dy by dx is equal to e to the power of 2x plus 1, because e to the power x is e to the power x, but since it's a composite function, power केवल x नहीं है, power is 2x plus 1. So we have to derivate that also, and your answer will be 2 into this. So this thing is 2 e to the power of 2x plus 1. Now, when you're differentiating one more time with respect to x, you will come across d2y by dx square. This is 2 as a constant will be out. E to the power of 2x plus 1. And again differentiating this 2x plus 1 will get 2. So your final answer will come as 4 e to the power of 2x plus 1. Okay. So I hope this particular part is clear to you people, that exactly how do we do the double derivative also. There's a quick revision at the end, all the basic formulae which you've done, then the rules of differentiation and judging that what is the kind of question and solving it accordingly, that whether it is a composite, inverse, parametric, logarithmic or implicit kind of question. Now we all know that differentiation is a very important topic. And in the examination paper, along with options, it is of 9 marks. Without options, 7 marks is compulsory for differentiation. It ranges from 2 markers, even in MCQs, differentiations can be there with the basic questions, and then 3 markers, and then sometimes the logarithmic questions or the implicit proving can be there even for the 4 marker. So an important chapter, if you do it properly, the whole 9 marks are in your hand. For this chapter also, I'll give you one particular formula page and then you can take a screenshot of it and that can be used as a ready reckoner. So practice more, study hard. I'll see you with the another chapter of book 1 later on, and bye-bye. See you all. All the best.